Hello and welcome back to episode 18 of your Newcastle upon Tyne construction and restoration fortnightly update video. So coming up in this week's video, I'll be visiting all the usual sites at Parry Lane and Pilgrim Place, among many others. Plus, I have some exclusive drone footage of the Castle Leazes site. So without further delay, let's jump right in and see what progress has been made since 2 weeks ago. So this week, starting down at Parry Lane site, you can see from the Redgate Bridge, quite a lot of work has been done down here, especially over the back of the site. As you can see, that area is now up to floor 5, and work at the front of the site now progressing up to floor 2. And looking at the towers, which I have been informed are called shell and core lift shafts, which are now all the way up to their finishing height. To give you an idea what the finished building will look like, this is a view of what you'll get from the bottom end of Parry Lane, near Forth Banks. So down on Parry Lane, you can see the progress of the floors starting to move up the lift shafts, and at the bottom end of the site, there's been progress to the front and back as they start to move forward with the floors towards this side of the construction. So just a quick look at how the restoration of St Nicholas Cathedral is going. And as you can see, work is still ongoing, with stonework around the windows at the top now complete. Down on Pilgrim Street, work to fill in the subway is now complete, with just the cycle lane and the pavement at the back of the site to finish. Also on Pilgrim Street, work to convert the former fire station into a high-end hotel is still ongoing, with the middle bay now being fitted with glass and just waiting for doors to be installed. Around on Warsack Street, work to convert the former Warsack Chambers into the second Stack venue in the city is still ongoing, with an anticipated opening date of later this year. Round at the Pilgrim Place development in Carlisle Square, you can see most of the work is concentrated over the back of the site at the moment, with the lift shaft moving up another floor, with some foundation work being done nearer the front end of the site. Moving on up to John Dobson Street, to the site of the new His Majesty's Revenue and Customs building, you can see a lot more glass and panels have been fitted to the side of the building. At the junction with Market Street, you can see here a lot more glass has also been installed around the corner part of the building. Around on Market Street itself, most of the windows have now been installed to the old Carlisle House fascia, with most of the windows right on the bottom still to complete. And looking from Carlisle Square, you can see the new bit of the building which stands way above the former Carlisle House. Around on Pilgrim Street, looking into the building, you can see a lot of the suspended ceiling has been installed on the inside. And looking through the fence, you can see where the retail outlets are going to be situated. Around at the North East Space Skills and Technology Centre on Ellison Place, which has been built for Northumberland University, you can see what is going to be the start of a lift shaft with some rebar being installed around the bottom. And it's the same at the other side of the site, again with rebar being fitted round the bottom. Around on Northumberland Street, work on the pavement improvements has restarted at several locations on the street, with work at the bottom, middle and top all being done at the same time. To be honest, the street is becoming like a maze, with you having to walk in and out of all the closed off areas. Moving on up to Castle Leazes, where I have the drone footage of the site where they're still in the process of demolishing the old students' accommodation blocks in readiness for the building of the new students' village. As you can see, work is still ongoing to clear the site of the buildings they've already demolished, with demolition work on the remaining blocks to begin sometime this January. Looking over the back, you can see some work has begun removing items from the remaining blocks before a full demolition can begin. Down at the former Park and Stonehouse store, work on the site is again in full flow, with groundwork at the back of the site still ongoing, and barbed wire put round the fence in what looks like it's the base to the crane for when it gets installed. Around at the front end of the site, some concrete and drainage has been laid, with some rebar put in the concrete to towards the back of the site. Down at St James's metro station, work to remove all the advertising boards and the concrete walls is now complete. So we'll see in the next couple of weeks what's going to happen with this piece of land. And finally, down to the new students' accommodation on St James's Boulevard. Work at the back of the site is nearing completion, with the remaining cladding to be fitted to the top of the building, and looking along the bottom, again more cladding still to be fitted. And round the front and side of the building it's the same story, with still some cladding still to be fitted to these areas of the building. Before I wrap this week's video up, please let me know in the comments what your thoughts are of all the building work going on in the city right now. Also, please give the video a massive thumbs up, as it really helps my channel grow. And if you've not already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that bell notification when I release more videos. A massive thank you for watching. See you next time on 55 Degrees North.